Showtime. Gotta go.
Oh, God. You take over. Feels good. Back at you. Thanks so much. And oh, okay. So here's something. It's so fun to find old things that make you think about your childhood that you have no, if you're like me, memory of. A couple of weeks ago, my dad found a little clue to my past, and it was in a box of like old school papers. And which I don't know how he even found it, because he threw all my stuff away to make room for my brother's photos and statues. But, all right, anyway, this is what he found. This is, he found this. And this is not the normal size of the paper. This is, you know, we blew it up. And it says, I will not eat in English class 17 times. I'm guessing I was either being punished or it was a very repetitive poem. It looks, I don't even know, it's regular paper, but I'm not that old. It looks like Egyptian, ancient, like, I think there are hieroglyphics on the other side. Anyway, and then I stopped here, right there, with I guess writing about food made me hungry, and I went to get a snack or something. Obviously, I didn't turn it in because it's still with my dad and it never got turned in. I don't remember this at all. I know nothing. I have no memory of eating or even taking English. I don't know what year it was. What grade do you take English? And so obviously I was eating food that was loud enough to get caught, because, you know, people eat all the time in class. I must have been cracking a lobster open or something. Or maybe I was just really blatant and defiant about it. So, since when can't we have fondue in here, you know? Anyway, I found out that you can get your handwriting analyzed, and so I did. And fascinating what I learned. The things that they can discover about you. For instance, the way that I dot my I, that represents joy, which is incredible. They can tell what kind of dishwashing liquid I use. I don't know. And then because of the way I cross my T, they said that that was that I'm very emotional, and I don't know what did And then you can see that the E right here. See how the E is completely separate from all the from English? It's not that means that I'm confident, which is very, very true, because right now I feel confident enough to dance in front of all of you. What's your name?
Nikki Wallers.
Hi, Nikki. How you doing?
Fantastic.
Oh, and there's 2 pairs of sunglasses in case one doesn't work. Very nice. Are these prescription or? Oh,
Those
these
are
are
Celine
nice.
Dion.
Ooh.
Nice.
I like Celine Dion. Or, just in case, you have 2. These are nice.
No, the others look better.
I found my look. And then, of course, we have a wallet. Wow, look at the dough. Look at that. That's a lot of cash. Did you win when you were in Vegas?
I've lived there 43 years. I never gamble.
No, really?
That's true.
That's why you got all that money in there, then. All right. Well, nice having you here.
Thank you.
All right, and you'll get this back in about a week.
Okay.
After the money's gone.
On the show today, Academy Award winner Russell Crowe is here. Brilliant actor. He's in a new hit movie, Cinderella Man. It opened last weekend to rave reviews. I saw it last night. It's amazing. He's always good, but the movie's amazing. It's great. And one of the hottest bands around, Black Eyed Peas, are here. The Black Eyed Peas, they've got a new CD, Monkey Business. They're going to perform Don't Funk With My Heart and Let's Get It Started. And, oh, I love me some Black Eyed Peas. They're talented and delicious. And back to visit us again from the very popular George Lopez show, Constance Marie is here. Also on the show, she beat out over 100,000 contestants from all over the country. The newly crowned American Idol, Carrie Underwood, is here. But right now, it's time for Looky You on the Looky Loo. People getting out of the way of the arms flying in front of them. Carol Colvin from Brookfield, Illinois says, this is a picture of Christopher taking a nap with his puppy. He normally dances with you, and afterwards he needs to take a break. Thanks, Carol Colvin. He's on the Looky Loo today. There's Christopher with his little doggy. Oh, that's adorable. I need to take a break after my show, too. That looks just like me. As a matter of fact, I think somebody took a picture of me yesterday after the show. Yep, there. Carol, you're not the only one who sent something in. All year long, we ask you to send in all kinds of stuff. Things like be our new roving reporter, how come you're not on TV, dance with me, and you responded in a huge way. I mean, so huge that there was no way we could have shown you all the videos that we got. So, and we do look at all of them, we really do. So we put together a tiny little tribute of some of our favorite, never-before-seen videos. Take a look.
Your roving reporters for the 47th Annual Grammy Awards.
My friend, loving you makes life worth living. You know you'll never love that way again. Didn't we almost
Well, you just saw it with your own eyes, folks. That was something.
Don't go away. When we come back, Russell Crowe's going to be sitting right here. We'll be right back. Our first guest is an Academy Award winner who starred in such blockbusters as A Beautiful Mind and Gladiator. His new movie, Cinderella Man, opened last weekend. Please welcome the talented Russell Crowe. Probably. So, well, thank you. You said you left some gifts in my room?
Yep. I left the thing that all women should have, a football jumper.
Oh, good.
The team that I support in Australia is the South Sydney Rabbitohs, who are currently the second worst team at the moment. But we've had 3 or 4 years of being the worst team, so we're on the way up. And I did a sponsorship deal with them because in our football codes in Australia, we have sponsorship on the jumpers similar to soccer in the United Kingdom and Europe, you know. And so for 8 weeks this year, the South Sydney team get to run out on the field with Cinderella Man on their shirts. So hopefully they start doing a bit better.
Well, I like to root for an underdog anyway, so that's fine. I don't mind that. And it's in Sydney, or where is it in Australia?
That team is South Sydney. Yeah, it's the poorest district of Sydney. It's the district with the largest Aboriginal population in the metropolitan area, and it's traditionally been the working class man's suburb of Sydney. Yeah.
And that's where. Do you live there or here?
I live in Australia.
You do. You have a farm, right?
I live at the moment in Sydney.
Do you have like animals, or do you have crops?
Yeah. I have both.
Really?
Depending on what time of the year it is, but no, the animals are always there. But we're actually, we just, they don't come and go so regularly. We sold off quite a few cattle just recently. Over the last 4 years, we've been doing a breeding program, and we're starting to see the results. So we're taking some of the older breeders out of the way. And we've been going through some hard times with water in the last few years and drought conditions and stuff. So we're just letting the pasture heal a bit this year.
Oh, because I read, because I just bought a little place that, and they have, it's an alpaca farm, and I heard you have alpacas. Do you do that or no?
I don't do alpacas.
Oh,
No.
do you know what they are? And the llamas and all that stuff? You don't do that?
I don't do that. I do Angus cattle.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't have them. I know what they are, though.
Yeah.
But
They're the ones that go moo.
Yes. That's all you need to know, really.
I mean, you know, some basic knowledge is going to help you in the farming stuff. You know? Do you want to know who associate any of the other sounds with animals you don't know?
Yes, because I hear that platypuses are there. And do they make a noise?
Platypi.
I'm sorry. I'm learning. So 2 platypus would be platypi.
It would be platypi.
And a platypi makes, well, are they called a herd of platypi or a crop? What are a group of them?
I'm not sure,
Well,
but we can make one up.
Yeah, let's make it, because there's a pride of lion.
Well, let's see, what have they got? They've got a duck's bill, they've got like an otter's body, and their marsupial butt, they give birth to eggs. So what are we
they
going to...
just showed a picture of them. They're weird-looking little things.
Yeah, so what...
And do you have them there? Is that right?
It would be a mess of platypi.
A mess of platypi.
Or a confusion.
Yes, I like a confusion.
A confusion of platypi.
Yeah. And
Gotta be like, I think Robin Williams has done this before, but that platypus, it's got to be like God's up late one night, he's had a few drinks.
Yeah. It really is.
It's all play on their minds for years.
Yeah, yes. Because they really do have so many different things that really don't belong with one other aspect of the animal.
Yeah, and the thing is about platypus too, that you don't really realise, I suppose, until you meet one, they're only quite small. They're generally quite small, so they're actually quite delicate and beautiful. You know?
And when you meet them, how would you greet one?
You ready? G'day, mate.
Like that? Are they friendly, or are they dangerous?
They've got some poison stuff. Look, it's Australia, mate. Everything bites in Australia.
Really?
Particularly the girls. Yeah, they've got these little things on their head, I think. So if you give them the wrong sort of tickle up, you can get a bit of poison. Yeah.
Things on their head that spray poison?
I don't think they spray. I just think they secrete.
Oh, so if you pet them.
I'm not a platypus expert, and I don't know how we got on this subject.
Yeah.
So if I'm saying anything, that's wrong, and you know the answer, just please put your hand up, fill me in. I'm always ready for new knowledge.
Someone just turning the channel going, God, he knows a lot about platypi.
Boring bastard.
Yeah. I'm fascinated by it.
Yes.
Now, and you have a little baby, is that right? You're married
Yes.
to, how long have you been married to, is Danielle, is that her name?
We celebrated our second wedding anniversary on the 7th of April, which is also the day that we christened Charlie, who's now 17 months old.
Charlie.
He's backstage. He's hanging out backstage.
Charlie is?
Yeah, going through the presents that you sent me. He's probably got the boxer shorts on his head by now.
I'll get some smaller ones. We have little baby clothes
Oh,
for the kids now. But I'm telling you, he said he got the underwear, but he didn't put them on. You'll be sorry. They're so comfortable.
I saw Carson wearing a pair, so I thought to myself, gosh.
Yeah.
You know?
Everybody does. Martin, it's not just Carson Daly. Everybody wears them. It's the thing. It's the craze. You're way behind.
I'm sold.
Now, and so Charlie, which is a cute name, is he talking?
He says the occasional word and stuff. You know, he's actually collecting them as we go. You know, it was a heart-lifting moment the day he pointed at a seagull and said duck. You know? I thought, wow, that's progress, you know. And but the thing that's happened just in the last couple of days, and it may be because we're in a strange place, but he's suddenly gone from, you know, seeing me as the sort of fountain of affection, you know, and the place you can always get a cuddle from. He's worked out just recently that I'm, in fact, the best public transport system he has. Yeah, so now it's like, daddy, daddy, da, da, da. Yeah. Oh, man. And I pick him up and he gets out and he goes, there.
Oh.
Yes.
So he's smart.
He's, you know, he takes after his mum. She's very clever.
Because we have people on the show all the time, well, not all the time, but we started reaching out to see if other people have babies that talk. That Brittany Murphy, do you know her?
An actress, yeah?
Yeah, I can't really call her a liar anymore, but she has...
She's got a baby?
No.
Oh, but she can talk.
No, yes, she can talk.
Right.
Yes. Follow me. So she said
I'm
when
here.
she was a baby that she started talking at 3 months and full sentences and paragraphs at 6 months. Russell Crowe. That's a clip from Cinderella Man that opened last weekend, and it's a true story. It's a beautiful film.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's the true story of a guy called James J. Braddock who became the heavyweight champion in 1935. The incredible thing about Braddock is he actually had his license revoked as a boxer in '29, just after the stock market crash. And you know, being a guy who was quite conservative, he had every cent he'd ever earned from the ring in the stock market. And his one other principal investment was a cab company in New York. And of course, when the Depression hit, that didn't work so well either. So we start off in 29 with the movie and show you where he was earning $8,000 a night, and then pick his life up in 33, 4 years later when he has no money and he's struggling to get $50 fights. Now, to me, this was a really important story to tell. I read it first in 1997. And I just loved it. I didn't necessarily think that the script as a whole was right, but the point-to-point of the stories was fantastic, and all the little details in it, I kept going back and checking them all to see, is this really true? Did this really happen? I mean, at one stage he goes on Social Security and is so affected with his self-esteem and pride for having to go on Social Security that he keeps a running total of how much money he gets off the government. And when he gets back on his feet again, he goes down to the Social Security office and he gives the money back. Just so, you know, and, you know, he'd be amazed, actually, at the kind of stuff that goes on these days. He'd probably be spinning in his grave.
Yeah.
But he was a great guy, and, you know, I liked everything I read about him. I liked, you know, who he was before he was a champion, who he was as a champion, who he was after he was a champion. You know, he stayed connected to his society and to his culture. And he died in 1974, still desperately in love with his wife, having watched his 3 kids grow up and having watched them have children, you know, and to me it was a wonderful American story that really deserved to be told.
Yeah, it really is. And Renee Zellweger plays your wife, and she's great in it.
She's
and
fantastic.
Just everybody. It's a beautiful film, and I cried, and you cheer, and you just it really makes you feel very happy. But
There's a great performance in it in there too by a guy called Paul Giamatti.
Oh, Paul's amazing in it.
Last
Yeah,
year's
sorry.
Sideways. I mean, I reckon they've got to come up with a new Italian sports car. You know, you've got Ferrari and Maserati. They've got to have a Giamatti.
Yeah.
You know, because he's a wonderful actress.
Actress.
Sorry. That's another
That's
thing.
how good
I shouldn't
he
have
is.
talked about that. Yeah, that's how good he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's a wonderful actor. And so much fun to be with on the set, you know, and you can do anything with him because he's got the ability to go anywhere. So.
No, it's really a great movie. you'll love it. All right, and you have, we should mention before you go, you have a new solo CD. You had a band, and now you have a solo CD.
Yeah, it's just a group of songs. It's called My Hand, My Heart, and there's not going to be any traditional release, so the only way you can get it is by downloading it from iTunes.
Okay.
It's produced by Alan Doyle from the Canadian band Great Big Sea, and it's up there now if you want to go and grab it.
We will.
Cool.
Thank you for being here, Russell.
Cheers, Helen.
All right. Cinderella Man is in theaters everywhere, and everyone in the audience is getting a copy of the soundtrack. Our newest American Idol will be here when we get back. Don't go away. After nearly 500 million votes were cast, our next guest got to hear those magical words. Welcome to Dakota, Oklahoma, your new American Idol, Carrie Underwood. Now, when you see that clip, take us back to, because I know for this to happen to you from such a small town, what are you feeling when you're in front of the crowd and they're about to make that announcement? Are you thinking anything? What are you thinking?
I thought about looking at the card for a second, and then
I noticed that, 'cause you
resisted.
could have
Yes,
looked
I kind
over.
of looked, and then I thought no, and I don't know. I just held my breath and just took one last look at that audience and just waited to hear a k or a b.
And what do you think winning this is going to do for you, actually?
Well, just so many doors. I mean, the world is in front of me now, and
Yep.
I mean, my dreams are no longer dreams, and they all have the possibility of becoming true. And I just recording. I'm going to get to work with some awesome people, and I mean, just everything's happening. Everything great has happened, like in the past 6 months.
Yeah.
Everything I've ever wanted to happen has happened.
Well, we're happy for you, and you really do have just such a beautiful voice. Our next guest plays George Lopez's wife, Angie, on the ABC sitcom George Lopez. Take a look. Please welcome back Constance Marie. Constance, sit down.
She danced with me!
You just sit down. Okay. So, but you must, you're engaged, right?
Right.
Do y'all still do romantic things and go out? How long have you been engaged?
5 years.
Is that bad?
Yeah.
No, we've been together 9 years, and we've been engaged for 5.
Constance.
I know. But this is the thing, is we'll never get divorced if we'll never get married. Right? See?
I hear fear in your voice.
Yes. I have issues. I'm so upfront about all my issues.
Oh, so he wants to get married. You're holding it off.
Maybe. It
All
might
right.
be me.
But you're engaged, and
I love him. We've been together forever, and we have dogs and cats, and life is beautiful.
how many dogs and cats?
I have 2 cats that we rescued. Homie, who's 13, he's the best, and little guy who weighs like 1,000,000 pounds, and his name is Little Guy. Makes no sense whatsoever. And we have Stella, our golden doodle.
Yeah, in Life and Style magazine, there's a picture of your dog. I think you were talking about him last time. That's a cute
Yes.
dog,
Oh,
right?
and I have to tell you, you said I'd have to give it back. Because you said I didn't have enough time for a puppy. You said 3 months. I said, oh, I'm getting a golden doodle. It's coming from a breeder. It's in Bakersfield. It's so great. And you said, oh, that's not enough time. You're gonna have to give it back, Constance. I was like, why? But look, wait, she hasn't died yet. We haven't killed her. She's happy.
She looks thin, but well, you also have a really smart dog, so she's probably easier to train.
Well, okay, this is the new dog. I suggest anybody, if you want a dog, she's
Golden
she's
doodle?
a golden doodle, which means she's golden retriever and
I
poodle.
had some of that for dinner last night, golden doodle.
No.
Delicious in the bowl.
She's hypoallergenic. She doesn't shed, and she's so smart. Like poodles are really smart, and a lot
Right.
of people don't like those messed up hairdos that they have. So you mix it with a golden retriever, and like she rings bells on the door when she has to go to the bathroom. She just rings them and looks like, is anybody coming?
That's what my mom does, the same thing. That's how she lets me know.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, and quickly before you go, how's George doing?
George is doing amazing.
Yeah.
He's amazing. There's been a huge outpouring of love, and it was so sweet. When he was recuperating, he was watching your show, and he loves, because you play really good music, and you get out there and you dance, and he was dancing, and then he had to sit back down because he got all lightheaded. He got carried away. It was so sweet. But he's doing amazing.
Good.
His wife is amazing.
Yeah, his wife gave her kidney, and
Yeah.
yeah. Would you do that? You're the wife on the show. Would you also give your kidney
To George?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would.
Yes, that was so not a yes. But your head actually went back so far from the lie. Yes.
Yes, I would.
Yeah.
No, but she was there and she did it, so I
Yeah.
don't have to.
Yeah.
So it was all. It was
I'm
good.
glad that he's good, and thank you for being here.
Yay.
And next time, dance longer. You're a good dancer.
Thank you very
All right,
much.
thanks for being here. Check out the George Lopez show this fall. It moves to Wednesdays at 8 on ABC.